y'all don't respect the Indiana Pacers now, I have no respect for it. Nobody thought we were gonna be good. No one. Not one person. Why we went so far and why we're here today. We haven't even been together for a year. Some of us have played together, but the majority of us as a whole, this is our first year playing together. The only reason why we were successful is because we trust each other and because of the characteristics of the gentleman in the locker room. It's been phenomenal. It was phenomenal. We just got to build on that to better our future.
Yo, what up, people? It's your boy ThaLiveKing coming at you with a quick video, bad news video. And Pacers released a statement today that Victor Oladipo is out for the season. Victor Oladipo underwent an MRI today that revealed that he has a ruptured quad tendon in his right knee, sustained with 4:05 to play in the second quarter of last night's game against Toronto. He will go to surgery at a later date to determine. I can't even read. Anyways, Victor Oladipo is out for the season, and yeah. It was kind of expected. I hate to say it, but you know, back in November, there was a tweet that I saw stating that Victor Oladipo, his recovery time should have been 2 months, because if he would have ruptured the knee, if he came back too early, it would affect not only his playing career, but his ability to walk. So it wasn't a guy from ESPN or one of the major outlets that tweeted it. It was just a guy who, he actually talked to someone around the team, and that's what somebody told him. So he put it out there just to give clarity on the situation that Victor Oladipo was going through, and Victor Oladipo ended up coming back. I thought, from when I saw the tweet, I'm actually gonna see if I can find it, but there was actually he said something about Victor Oladipo being out 2 months. So my initial impression was that Oladipo was going to be out until either mid-January or end of January. And he ended up coming back, and ever since he came back, like, his jump shot was like, it was not working. Like, you can tell he wasn't the same player. And now it's the end of January, and this guy is out for the season. So the tweet that was tweeted out about his injury, the first injury, it holds truth to it, because there's no way he should have came back. There's something about playing for the Pacers that these players, sometimes they don't really care about their injury, and they always want to come back early. This was an issue with Jermaine O'Neal. It was an issue with Danny Granger. It was an issue with Paul George. But Paul George it was a different injury. It was a bone injury. So, Paul George, he came back a bit early too, because he wanted to, be a part of the team and stuff like that. So we all remember Paul George had his headband, and he just wanted to be part of the team. And I can't remember if he played in the playoffs, but he definitely wasn't the same player at the time. So pretty much, like, I don't know, it's just something about Indiana that these guys, they want to embrace basketball so much that they would risk, playing injured. So this is something that's been going on for a long time. I'm still kind of upset he came back because, the expectations are always high in Indiana, regardless of who's on the team. Like, that's the mantra for the team, right? I don't know if it's blue collar, gold swagger. Like, that's an old slogan. But when you play for the Pacers, you definitely have to play for, the front of the jersey and not the back of the jersey. So him being out for the season pretty much puts a damper on our season. I think the Pacers will still be fine in terms of what they're doing out there, because they lost Miles Turner for a few games, and while we still won a couple of games, the defense was so bad. So we need Miles to stay healthy. We need Sabonis to play how he's been playing, and Sabonis needs an increased minutes. He needs increased minutes, and he needs more workload, because I think with more minutes he can be a lot better to what he's doing now. He just got to stay out of foul trouble. Before, I think it was last week, that the Indiana Pacers were actually looking to trade for. They were actually looking to trade Corey Joseph so that Aaron Holiday can get some more minutes, because if you watch Aaron Holiday play, like, he deserves to be out there. Like, he's not hesitant. He just goes out there and he just plays. I don't know, it's something about the Holiday genes, man. These boys just go out there and they just ball out. So he definitely needs some more minutes. He's definitely gonna get more minutes. Hopefully it's a lot more in the first half, because you want to keep the veterans fresh for the second half, because the second half is when the Pacers, it's make or break, because if the game is close down the stretch, we don't have a closer. Like, we have Miles Turner and stuff like that, but we don't have our closer. Victor Oladipo was the closer. So we got to keep guys like Corey Joseph, Darren Collison, we got Boyan, all the starters that we rely on. We got to have them fresh for the second half, especially the fourth quarter, because we need to execute to win the games that we're supposed to win, and we need to, see how we can do against the better teams in the NBA. Sorry about that, but yeah, like, we still, like, Pacers have one of the hardest schedules going down the stretch. We play the Warriors twice. I can't remember who else we played, but there's a lot of good teams that are coming up within the next, pretty much after the All-Star break. So we're going to need all our guys to be fresh. We're going to need to surprise a couple of teams. The good thing that you can actually rely on with Indiana is that they're harder to guard without Oladipo on the floor, right? Because Boyan can give you 20, Thad can give you 20 like he did last night. He put the team on his back last night. You don't know where the points are going to come from now with Indiana. And if the defense can stay solid, especially with Miles Turner taking more shots and being efficient in that area, the Pacers are still going to be a hard team to play. So, they just got to stick to the principle of what's making them, of what their success is now, and just keep it moving forward. So, but I'm just, all the expectations that I had for the team is down the drain. No more conference finals. Like, we might make it to the second round, depending on who we play, depending on when we finish, because Brooklyn look like they're trying to get up there now. Then you got, I think, Miami and Charlotte. So some of those teams that are in the bottom, I'm not really worried about. So I still think we can make it to the second round. But we're gonna need everybody, man. We're just gonna need everybody. Bottom line. So, but yeah, But Victor Oladipo came back too early from that injury, because his knee just gave out on him. Like, he was pretty much he's a guy that actually, like, pushes himself all the time. Like, he goes hard all the time. So, like, his body, he's kind of like, he reminds me of like how Kobe is, because if Kobe can walk, Kobe's gonna play. So Victor Oladipo is the same way, and you know, his body just once your body breaks down and you can't play, like, that's when you got to sit out. So unfortunately, it happened, you know, now when Pacers are actually trying to make a run for the Pacers could have probably finished in the top 3 if they stayed healthy. So I don't know if they're gonna finish 3rd anymore, because Boston looks like they're creeping up. Sixers, I don't know, that team is up and down sometimes. They'll play good, and then all of a sudden they'll start playing like trash and then start losing to garbage teams. Celtics is the same way, but come playoff time, like, you got to worry about the Celtics. You know, you got to worry about the Sixers, but I'm not too worried about the Sixers, because I want to see the Sixers and the Celtics play again in the playoffs. So that's a matchup I'm looking forward to. But Sixers, they don't want that matchup in the first round. So I think Pacers are going to finish 4th or 5th, depending on, you know, how they finish off the season. There's no way they're going to finish lower than, should I say 4th or 5th? I don't know. There's no way they're going to finish below 5th anyway, so. But we'll see how they respond. I think they'll respond pretty well. Indiana actually responds well to adversity. But then when the dust settles, that's when you have to start paying attention to see what's going on out there. So same thing happened with the brawl. As soon as the brawl happened, I think Pacers went on a 5-game winning streak. And then, you know, Fred Jones was killing teams. And then they came back down to earth. So, you know, I still think Pacers have a solid squad. There's a lot of bad teams in the NBA that they can still beat up on to maintain, you know, the goal of trying to, you know, maintain a high level in the standings. So we just got to see what they do. So I don't know if they're still going to trade anybody. I don't want them to trade anybody anyway. I'd rather them play the young guys that are on the team, because they know the system. TJ Leaf needs more minutes. Aaron Holiday needs more minutes. Get Alize some more minutes. Get him playing in the first half, first quarter even. And let's see what we can do, man. I'm going to leave it at that. What do you guys think about, you know, the Pacers being this devastating blow for the Pacers? It's just annoying, man. Anyways, I'm going to finish the video there. I don't want to be talking too much, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Alright? I'm out. Peace.
I got a confession. I possess the God particle. Lock me up for possession. The relationship with God should be great for proper protection. Bitch, I am the show and prove. Ain't no need to ask me no question. The segregation real. You should probably stay in your section.